How long were you in LA for?
First 12 years of comedy.
Oh, okay.
And then here for another 12.
I remember. Wow,
13,
you've been
14.
here for 12 now?
Yeah, it's crazy, right? I still feel new, right?
Dude, I remember like the first weekend I met you at the stand. You were like, hey, and like, yeah, dude, you've been here 12 years, dude. Yeah.
It adds up.
Well, you actually did it smart. You came at the best time. You came like, I feel like LA was starting to, not that it was like dipping. It's still LA. It still has the Comedy Store and stuff. But New York was like popping off with like the Cellar, the Stand had opened. The stand became hot.
I came like a month after the stand opened, maybe 2 months after.
Like, and the stand popped. Like, they didn't think the stand was going to become like the East Side Cellar, which it is.
Oh my God. It was like the preeminent. I mean, you talk to anybody, especially the old like 3rd Street stand, and it was like, I've talked to people through other people that didn't know me. Like, oh no, we've been there like 4 or 5 times. It's just like a thing to do in New York.
Yeah.
You know?
People actually now say, it used to always be the Cellar. People now go, oh, are you stand or cellar? Or do you like, was a stand or cellar? Because the stand just does it right. Like,
they do it right.
I mean, you could get, I don't like that somebody's eating octopus in front of me when I'm fucking,
Big asshole,
like there's pizzas and octopus, but it's awesome, dude.
Yeah, it is tough when you're on stage and you're like, damn, I am hungry. That looks
dude,
good.
there was a pepperoni in front of me and I go, dude, that looks good. They're like, you want a slice? I go, I already look like such a guinea. You know?
Short answer, yes. Long answer, I can't take it.
I can't take it. I'm not going to get
And you see them the whole time. You're like, I don't think you guys are still eating.
Oh, dude.
I think that's a leftover slice.
Because you could actually look at it and go, that's 45 minutes of waiting. That pizza hasn't been touched in 45 minutes.
Yeah, and you're like sitting there, like they haven't been eating while I've been on. You've slowed down. I mean, maybe you pick at it again, but I'm like, you're going to throw that out.
Yeah. Were you there the night? I don't think you were there, dude. Renazizi was there.
Yeah.
There was a kid that lost his. Nobody knew what it was, but I get on stage and I look to the left, front row left of at the stand. He has a giant steak with the huge tomahawk, and everybody commented on it. And every time somebody commented on it, the place went nuts. I go last, so it was Renazizi, and then I go and I just look and I go, holy fuck this! And the place went nuts. He lost his fantasy football league, and his punishment was to get the biggest steak and
Renazizi's the perfect guy to point that out.
And they went nuts because Renazizi was in the league.
Oh.
And then so the whole thing. And then I shit on him afterwards. They were like, dude, it was everything that we ever wanted. And this kid had to eat it. He had to eat part of the thing. He had to eat it.
The whole thing.
And dude, it must have been, it was gigantic with the big tomahawk thing. And they had it on a wooden thing. Like, and he had to eat it, and and I just go, dude, that like in mid joke, I go, that's the biggest fucking steak I ever seen, and the place went nuts. I didn't know what was going on, and then I found out it was. But no, that's the only thing that the stand does that can be distracting is like there's oysters in there.
It's so funny.
It's so funny.
You hear laughter, you hear silence. I hear plenty of silence when I'm on stage. I rarely hear. You want to stoke while we do this or no? Either way.
What?
Either way.
I mean, it's up to you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Fucking hell yeah.
All right. That's.
I can't
start
say
the episode when I get back.
I can't say no to that.
Where you been and where you going? This is Ari's travel show. Yeah, we're gonna talk about travel today. It's You Be Trippin. Yeah.
Hi guys, welcome to You Be Trippin. It's a travel podcast. I take a guest and he tells me about a great place he's been, and occasionally, even a woman. But today, it's back to the normal. A man, Paul Virzi.
What's up, bud?
Thanks for coming in.
No.
Where are we going today?
Look, I actually have traveled a lot of places, but I could not come on this show and not talk about the motherland.
You gotta greet it up.
I gotta talk about the motherland, and I gotta talk about Italy. Been multiple times, going again next year.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, before you go, do you fake tan?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Spray
need to.
tan?
I don't need to. Yeah, I go outside for like 10 minutes.
Listen, I'm going to tell you before we start, I'm not going to try to. It's going to come out. There's going to be a lot of anti-Italian jokes during this. Okay, great.
But it's weird because you're so like, here's what you don't understand about Italians. Jews and Italians are extremely similar.
Extremely.
Dude, my father's 100% Sicilian. His wife is Jewish.
Wow.
After my mother's Greek.
Oh,
so I'm half and half. They got divorced when I was little. And my father...
Greeks and Italians also overlap a lot.
Greeks and Italians overlap a lot, but there's a little bit of a behind back, like Greeks are like, we're better, and Italians are like, I'm better. There's kind of that, we're similar, but we're those shit.
Here's why I'm also similar. Both brag about stuff from 2,000 years ago.
You know Giannis
we
Papas,
started
Giannis
the
Papas,
alphabet.
Giannis, like,
we started
civilization.
numbers. And I'm like, yeah, what did you do, Giannis?
Yeah.
You didn't do any of
he'll
that.
talk about how civilization started. But what I found through
People started the IRS. Yeah, go ahead.
dating Jewish women, my father having a Jewish wife, Jews and Italians are unbelievably similar. Their priorities are different with certain things.
What are we talking about? Blowjobs?
What's
We're talking about blowjobs? What are we talking about?
I mean, that could be something we talk about. Yeah.
How are they different? Jews and Italians were BJs. But you grew up in New York, so it's a different kind of Jew. It's the OG
Jewish,
Jew.
well, from
Jew.
Jewish women love it, I think.
Yeah, I used to think they didn't swallow, but I've been lately hearing a lot of stories that they quite do.
Yeah, but dude, as far as like, I didn't realize how much Jews care about the food being good as much as Italians. A lot of people talk about how Italians talk about the foods. Dude, you ever talk to fucking Jewish people about a restaurant that they went to that is good? It's like talking to an Italian. They don't shut up about it. They'll talk about the service. They'll talk about the pricing. They talk about this everything. Mm-hmm. Did you ever date an Italian girl?
I have before. I didn't know enough to have enough data points to really get involved.
Yeah.
But extremely hairy pussies.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, like
No trimming?
Not the one I'm thinking of. What a gorgeous lady, but man, that bush was like a separate
She just
fucking
left it
entity.
out? Wow.
I think she might have been too young. Some of these girls have to learn how to be a fucking
You would
adult.
think that, like, if you saw a big bush, especially in like, these times, you trim it down a little bit.
It was 25 years ago.
Oh, okay. But yeah. So Italy.
When did you start going? Let's get into it. I'm gonna pull the map here.
The first time I went to Italy, I believe I was 11 or 12.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 11 or 12 years old. Oh yeah, dude. I was eating. I'll get it. And then we went. Not long. You know what I did? I did a transatlantic, dude. I flew to Venice, and then we took a 15-night cruise that sailed back to New York.
Really? That's why the
Sailed
Democrats lost, because they were focused on transatlantic.
4 days at sea of nothing. The horizon is all water.
Wow.
So you fly to Venice.
Yeah.
You do a bunch of ports in Italy.
Yeah.
You stop in Lisbon, Portugal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where's Lisbon?
Over here.
Yep. So you stop in Lisbon.
That's the last of the fucking.
That's the
last of the land, huh?
And then that whole fucking thing right there on the map, all that water, 4 days to New York.
Wow. Why? Cheaper?
Yeah. No, it's just no, actually way more expensive. I mean, it was like.
Isn't it crazy how high up Portugal is?
Yeah.
Like it's like Nova Scotia level.
Dude, right when we got off the port in Lisbon, they were just hashish. You want weed? You want drugs? You want your dude? Right when you got off.
Wow,
And I
because that's
bought
what
a
I know
bag.
you need. It's hard to smuggle them on, to get them on, to get weed or drug, whatever on the thing. So it's like, come sell me some.
And it was like when this is like when the smaller camcorders were bigger, became big. It wasn't. It was like.
Yeah, keep going.
And my brother was videoing me get off the port. And my dad saw it, and like not that it mattered because I was clearly old enough, but my dad just watched me do a drug transaction.
Wow.
He just watched me buy hash from this guy in Lisbon. So then when you got back on the port in Lisbon, 4 nights at sea, caught the last 2 days, caught the tail end of 2 hurricanes because it was September, October, and just 18-foot waves crashing into the side of the boat. Now, granted, you're on a hotel on the water, but you fucking felt it. People throwing up, running. You heard dishes breaking. It was fucking wild.
That's funny.
And it was
That's
like
funny.
top notch. Like this isn't Carnival.
Right.
This is like everybody in there. Everybody to be on the thing was like $6,000 each. Then you're talking food. I mean, this thing was top notch.
Jesus. Oh, but let's go to Italy though.
Let's go to Italy.
Yeah. The best thing about this podcast is every time it's sidetracked, I can be like, oh no, I have an exact reason. We got to come back. We got to come back to a place. So just start. I don't know. Tell me about it. What are the people like? What are the food like? What did you get into while you were there?
So here's what I could say about Italy. It is definitely, and you hear this in about Asia too, but the food in America, that version is not the food there.
That's like China. Yeah, it's like China.
It's
like
like
the
China.
eyeballs.
So pizza in Italy is not fucking Joe's on Carmine near the cellar. I mean, 1,000% no. It is smaller. It is like a thin, crispy. The sauce tastes different. It's a different thing. Really? Okay. Yeah. So you're not that's what people don't understand. Like, as a matter of fact, my father who's 100% Sicilian. My grandmother came here from Sicily at 10 years old, didn't speak a lick of English.
Yeah.
He did not like the food in Italy compared to the food here because he was so Americanized
Used
with
to
veal
it.
parm. He was so Americanized with going and getting a slice like we would get here in the city. Then when you go there, it's almost like these personal, that was different. Delicious and its own taste, but different.
Yeah, sometimes you're like, well, I don't like something. And you're like, why? Like, because this. Like, well, that's not better or worse. That's just different. You're just showing me the difference. You're not telling me quality.
I enjoyed it. But it wasn't like going to Joe's.
Interesting.
It wasn't like, so.
Dude, one time we were in San Francisco,
Yeah.
and me, Rogan, Diaz, and we asked the club owner, Tom Sawyer, we're like, hey, Joey's like, I want Chinese food. I want the most authentic you can find. I want the authentic stuff. Give me that. He was like, okay, I got a place for you. And whatever it wasn't, whatever their version of Wohub. And we get out there after the shows, we're starving because soap and lay's perfect. And he's just kind of like, it's just kind of playing with his food with a fork. And he goes, what's the matter, Joey? He goes, it's too authentic.
They don't want these
He's like,
motherfuckers.
Too many eyeballs,
It
too many
was-
guts in here.
That's the thing. Like when you go to Italy, even the pasta, everything, it's delicious, but it has its own taste. It's
So
not
what do you
here.
mean? How is it different? Do they lean on what? Like, I know they don't call it gravy or sauce; they call it something else. Hey guys, I got to break into today's episode to let you know a little bit about the guest, Paul Virzi. He's a great comic. He's a fucking hilarious guy and a good friend of mine. I've had great times with him. Legitimately, I'm trying to think right now of our tailgating party. Me, Renazizi, and him went tailgating outside a Giants game. What a fucking blast! Cigars, Jello shooters. Some dudes were like right next to us, and they were all Giants fans. I didn't have my cowboy stuff on, and they were like, "Hey, we have a mask, actually a Lucha Libre mask with a funnel." And they're like, do you want to do one? And I was like, yeah, guys, of course. Let me get back to the bathroom. And then I got back from the bathroom, and then I did it, put the mask on, funneled the fucking, chugged the beer. And then they go, oh, what do you say about the Giants? I'm like, go boys, fuck you. They were like, nah, boo. Fun times. Virzi's also got a special right now called Reasonable Man. It's up on youtube.com. It's on youtube.com/@thepaulvirzi. Great new special. Check it out. Reasonable Man. Also, his old Netflix special is now back up on YouTube called Nocturnal Emissions. Admissions. Interesting. So I was telling them before, guys, you're going to see this a lot from stand-up comedians. The Netflix deals they are licensing deals. They're 2-year licensing deals. I'll tell you the exact, for $200,000. At the end of the 2 years, you get it back. You can do whatever you want with it. So you should put it up on YouTube, whatever. But it's 2 years. They have the option to pay you another $400 to keep it up for 4 more years. They're not going to do that except for like Shane or somebody massive that they don't want to like lose. And it's an excuse to like pay them more money to keep them happy. So what you're going to see now is a lot of comics be embarrassed that Netflix didn't pick up their special, which is ridiculous because who cares? They're not gonna. They were never gonna. But they're putting it up. Paul's handling it right. He goes, it's up now. But a lot of them are going, I fought to get it back. They couldn't silence this. That's all a lie. It was always only going to be for 2 years. You'll see my special that's up on Netflix right now. What is it? America's Sweetheart. You can get this, by the way. Ooh. Stay Positive t-shirt. There's also like 10 Feidelberg shirts left. But you can get the Stay Positive shirt right now at Shaffir.com. But, and this. But I'll put it up day one. As soon as that 2 years goes, it's up on YouTube. I'm not fighting to get it back. Anyway, whatever. The point is, go watch Paul Virzi. He's hilarious. Nocturnal Admissions is his Netflix one. But the new one is Reasonable Man. Check it out right now. He's also on the road. PaulVirzi.com for tickets. In September, he's going to be in Morris Plains, New Jersey. Then in October, Sacramento, San Francisco, Toronto. Then he's going on to Addison, Texas, Houston, Manasquan, New Jersey at the Algonquin Arts Theater, and Newtown, Connecticut at the Edmontown Center. Go to paulvirzi.com for all tickets. I am not doing anything, so all I'm promoting is You Be Trippin stickers that you can get at shaffir.com that you should stick up anywhere. There's 3 colors. This boom, and this one's a clear one for your passports. Can you see it? There. These you can stick up anywhere. What I'd like you to do is put them up in like antiquities and things like that, you know? Anne Frank's house, maybe not that. But like on a pyramid, whatever. Anything, and then take a picture of it and tag the You Be Trippin social media at You Be Trippin Pod on Instagram. Yeah, take a close one and take a far one. It could be pretty cool. Get your own T-shirts. I have the You Be Trippin shirts. Got to get everything. But really, I want you to subscribe and click the reminder to let you know when new episodes are coming out. I think that's it. Oh, if you hadn't got your Shroomfest shirt, this is pretty much your last chance to buy it. It's a guaranteed delivery by Shroomfest, which is September 6th, 7th, and 8th. If you don't know what Shroomfest is, it's just an excuse to do mushrooms. You should all do mushrooms. September 6th, 7th, or 8th. That's all. Wherever you are. We all meet up in another plane of existence, and we just like dance in the streets together out there on mushrooms. Or you can take a small amount and just go to a party. People ask, like, do you want to get a blitter or mushrooms? Sometimes just a party is nice. You're talking to some normcore person, but you're on like a cap and a stem. And then you'd be like, whoa, so HR, human resources. That's pretty interesting. You're in the resource of humans, which is really our finest resource. And then those people are like, your friend Ari was really cool. I'm like, yeah, I was interested in you because of the mushrooms. Reality is, your life's so fucking boring. HR, but you get into it with a cap and a stem. Shroomfest. Get T-shirts right now. Let's get back to the episode. Paul, take us to Italy.
From my experience, I would say that it's less filling. It's not as fucking like gluttonous as here.
Interesting.
Like here, I think everything is just like more.
Wow.
I think it's lighter. I feel like the pasta is a little fresher there. You know, of course, our pizza slices are way bigger with way too much cheese. I think there they care more about the sauce. Then
I'm a sauce guy.
Dude, sauce is
Cover
everything.
in sauce. Like, I don't have any dry pieces.
Yeah, there's people that want way more cheese than sauce. I never understood
sauce
that.
it up.
Sauce is amazing.
But really sauce it up. I want leftover sauce at the end.
Yes.
I want my plate to be like, oh, I had way more sauce.
Maybe I could dip my crust in sauce.
Yeah. Whatever the bread left over. Now I'll get that. You don't want to be out of sauce looking to coat your fucking pasta.
We should have got a pizza for this episode.
We should have got pizza. Yeah. Just a bunch of ASMR.
No, but another thing that really sticks out the first time, believe it or not, my memory of being there, 11, 12 years old is as good as it was like recently.
Really?
Like
Not a weed smoker.
We're at a cafe. We're at a cafe having a little piece of pizza. You could get coffee, and the Colosseum is there.
Really?
Like the fucking Colosseum. Okay? You're sitting. Yeah. So if you. There's cafes. Like when I tell you,
Wow, so you can like eat and you watch it?
Oh no, dude, you're like from where your block is.
Yeah.
If I'm on your stoop,
your
stairs, across the street is a Coliseum, and you have a slice.
Wow.
You have a slice, and you just see that. And you have a coffee, and you're just sitting there with a coffee, and you're just sitting there with a coffee and talking like this, and it would be me and you smoking a cigar, going like, "Oh, can you believe gladiators fought?" And it's right there. So like that's the one thing that I was just like, "Holy shit!" Like one of the most historic things ever, and you're just eating a slice, and you're just having this like amazing.
And do you notice it when you're there? You're like you realize you're in that moment.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't like Rome. A lot of people are like, my mother-in-law just went for weeks, and she was like, our least favorite. We went to the Amalfi Coast, and we did this, which is nice. She's like, yeah, Rome was our least favorite, and I'm going like,
why?
Well, I think because it's a city. I think because it's a city, hustle and bustle. Another thing that people do not know about Italy is you will die crossing the street if you.
This is exactly what I'm looking for.
No.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
This is like the real shit.
Ari just perked up.
Yeah, this is not the Lonely Planet version of it.
No.
What do you mean?
This is the. If you are not cautious walking, they are. First of all, the cars are little, like those little fucking
the Fiats.
The little Fiats.
Yeah, nice.
And they are flying, and there is absolutely no respect for the pedestrian. So if you are crossing the street, you will get hit. You will get killed. You have to wait for the lights. These motherfuckers zip by. Oh, no, dude, it's a big part of it.
Oh, wow.
When you go there, you go to the hotel. They go, when you're walking, you have to wait for the sign. There is no, zoom, they'll knock you, they'll kill you. Yeah.
So does people jaywalk or they just don't?
That's the thing. If you jaywalk, it's like at your own risk. You jaywalk, there's a chance a loved one's gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
You ever go to these cities where they don't jaywalk? Like you'll be like the light, like it's red, but like no cars are coming. You start to go like, wait, what am I?
People are
You
like
see
looking
like 10
at you.
people like not going. You're like, am I
You're like,
missing something?
Yeah, well, that's the New Yorker in us too. We're like professional, like
Professional
we're
jaywalkers.
professional streetwalkers.
Yeah,
you know,
streetwalkers. I like it.
these places, Italy is very much just get out of my fucking way. You're in the wrong. No, you know, like it's like that.
Yeah.
So that was the one thing that stuck out is that like you have to watch the signs, you have to cross with the tourists and with everybody else. No jaywalking, and
Is it hella touristy in Rome?
yeah.
Like annoyingly?
I mean, yeah, because you'll just see the groups of tours. You know, you'll see the groups of tours, but I guess you get that everywhere, right?
Well, it's a question. It's like two things. Like one, the groups of tourists take you. You want to feel like you're just there living like the locals, but it's tourist city, so you're not gonna. So the groups of tourists take you out of it. But the hawkers is what I hate, where people bugging you to buy stuff or take a tour or sign up. That, it's to no end. It bugs me.
Didn't get that
great.
that much in Italy.
Okay.
You know, like the hotel just tells you what you could sign up for, like what you want to do.
Yeah, but also on the streets, they're not bugging you.
No, not that I could remember. But like, look, if you even look at that picture to the right, on the
Yeah.
bottom right, that's all. That looks like a tour guide, or like, you know, or
Oh, this one right here.
no, the one to the right, all the way to the right of that same picture that you're on. If you go to the right corner, bottom right corner,
right.
yeah. So like right there, they probably are listening
But
to
that's
somebody.
okay.
But that's fine.
I mean, I'll do it at the Met sometimes, where they're giving you like the MoMA or whatever. They're
They
giving
give
you
you
a
a
joint,
hit.
you kind of like lean back. Or they'll do around here they'll do mural tours.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And then
yeah.
if I'm walking by, I pretend to tie my shoe. You get
you
in
ever
free.
see Maz Jobrani just did a whole thing on that. Maz Jobrani, he just put a video and he goes, here's a hack. He goes, just go to a place and just wait for the tourist group, the tour guide, and just stand there and just listen.
Yeah, just listen. They can't. What are they gonna do? Fight you?
Yeah, you're just standing there at
Yeah.
the Louvre
Can't do
in
shit.
Paris. Everybody's standing there like with headsets. You just listen, at least, even if you get 20% of it,
Yeah,
right?
you're getting something.
You're getting something. So Rome is more like a city, but it has shit like that where you could just have a coffee and watch it. We went in there. I went in there, and it was ruins. I actually
You got pictures of stuff in there?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, you
yeah.
got to send me some pictures.
I'll send you
for
some
this.
pictures.
Okay.
I'll send you some pictures for the episode. Yeah.
How big is it? I mean, I'm seeing that in this window right here. You see people are like, oh, that kind of shows you the scale.
You know, it's funny.
Those people seem tiny.
I was like, what about doing a comedy tour and getting a bunch of people? And then someone's like, yeah, Schultz already tried. Schultz tried to do it but there's so many ruins, like in the middle, you couldn't even have people stand there.
Dude, I went to the Parthenon in Greece, and there's the first theater, you know, is there right on the Mount Olympus or whatever, and you see it. And I took a picture for Bert. I'm like, hey, here's your next tour. He's like, oh, sick, yeah, I'll do that. Where's that? I'm like, oh, I forgot you were so dumb. God, it was a
I'll do
joke
that.
suggestion.
Where is that? Yeah, but no, dude. Like when you see, and then they'll tell you like where the tigers came out.
That's
like
crazy.
Joe Bartnick was just there, and he had a private thing where he was able to go underground, where the gladiators waited to come up, and he was there, and he took a picture from it. So I'll have him send that to you. But so I did not do that. But you can, when you go there, there is an underground thing under the ground there. That where the gladiators waited. So when you watch Russell Crowe and they're waiting to come up, that's there.
Wow.
So these motherfuckers were sitting there basically waiting to go to their death in the Colosseum with fucking the emperor and everybody cheering like Yankee Stadium. I just got the chills thinking about that.
Wow. Dude, there's some places in the world where it's Jerusalem's one, where you can just, because of this, still stand it. You can imagine what it was like then.
Yes.
You know, very well. You could see it and feel it. Like I get it. In Havana, where me and Bobby just were, you can imagine 1940. You know, you can't imagine year 1000, but like here is like you get old.
When you see that and you see like the architecture, you see all that, you're like, oh, that place was packed with people waiting for people to die.
Screaming,
Like screaming. Dressed
like
in
UFC,
robes.
but to the death.
To the death. So like when we leave Yankee Stadium, right, and we're like, dude, that's home Soto hit.
Yeah.
They're like, when that guy's head got lopped off. When that lion ripped that guy's, and they just
that was a great one.
They're high-fiving.
It hung on for a minute, and then the last skin tour. Oh yeah.
Me and you were like, dude, Judge and Stanton back to back
Yeah.
again. These guys are like, dude, when that lion ripped that guy's face off, and then the emperor stood up, that was sick.
Yeah,
and then,
they're betting on which one lasts longer. I can't believe you bet on the Moor. Well, they Moors usually last longer. They're wily.
The darker skinned ones are always stronger.
They have experience with lion fighting.
The dark ones are faster. No, but like that's really like I agree with you. When you look at that shit, you're like, man, that's fucking like Yeah, and I mean to eat a slice of pizza across the street from that and stare at it and talk about it that was the craziest part of Rome for me.
Wow.
And Rome is where we stayed. Like Rome was like where we first flew in, where we stayed.
Your base.
Yeah, it was.
How expensive a town is it?
Now it's more. You know, from when I was a kid, and then the second time in Italy, did not go to Rome, but when I was there, it was half of what it is now. I mean, it was now
really?
it's they gouge people now. You know, because I think they need it. Like,
man, they had COVID rough.
They had it rough, and they lost a lot of people. They lost a lot of businesses. So, like, I think they jack up the prices.
The tourist towns too are like, oh shit, you were relying on an industry that just went away for 3 years.
Yeah.
That's kind of wild. When I was in the Galapagos, so there was like, that's all tourism. You know, there's no one lived there. It was all animals.
Oh, really?
So there was one of the only like places where they didn't displace anybody.
Oh shit! Now, have you been to Italy or no?
I've been to the very, very north of Italy. I was hiking in Austria, along the Austria-Italy border.
Wow.
All along here. And then at some point...
shit.
What the fuck? What the fuck just happened? And at some point, we stayed in Italy one night. There was like a glacier. I'll never be able to find it here. Glacier Lake. And it was like, we stayed mostly in Austria, and then we like went right over here to Italy. So that's it. No, actually, I went back with my brother. We were going to go skiing in Zermatt, but there was no snow in Zermatt. So we're like, let's go to Italy instead. You take this train through a mountainside, but as soon as you get, it's Swiss language. You cross the border, it's, hey, you got to go. The second, there's not even an overlap area.
You just get over and it changes.
Yeah. I mean, it's wild. You go to San Diego, people still speak Spanish.
Yeah.
You know, it's like there's a little bit of like.
No, it's completely different because all these amazing countries border each other. But I'm going to tell you my favorite place.
Yeah, okay. Hi, everybody. Today's episode of You Be Trippin is brought to you by Shopify.com. Whatever you're selling, Shopify can help you get you started. And what I'm selling is false Italian bravado. Guys, you've all met Italians and they have this bravado and you're like, where are you getting it from? Well, they bought it online from Shaffir.com. Shopify helped me build a beautiful online store to match my brand style. Hey, you think you got a better store? Oh, you want me to come back there? You want me to come back there and show you? You see, I bought some myself. False Italian bravado. Every Italian you've ever met seems more confident than they should be. They let their hair come out of the top of their shirts. They wear jewelry, and somehow that's okay for a man? Like necklaces, rings. They lather themselves in cologne and like, well, how are you getting away with this? Bravado. False Italian bravado. Accelerate your content creation. Shopify is packed with helpful AI tools that write product descriptions, page headlines, and even enhance your product photography. Yeah, AI can help you a typical Italian, you know, like. Turn your big business idea into with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/trippin. Go to shopify.com/trippin. Don't make me come back there. Shopify.com/trippin. Hey guys, one day I was sitting playing poker at Hustler Casino. Hustler Casino. None of that matters. And I was sitting on my wallet. I was sitting like this, and this old man, the professor they called him, said, hey, if you're sitting on your wallet, you're going to have sciatica. You're going to have bad back pain. And I was like, all right, fair enough. And he goes, it was this massive wallet. And I'm like, okay. And he goes, you're not hearing me. I sat on my wallet, and it was massive, and I have massive back pain. And I was like, oh, and I switched my wallet right there. And then he goes, you got to get this down to a normal size. And I go, how do I do that? And he goes, get a Ridge wallet. And I go, what is that? Because it was like 15 years ago before these were around. And he goes, I've been to the future. What I've seen is a more manageable wallet from Ridge. It can hold up to 12 cards plus cash. It's made with premium materials like aluminum, titanium, and carbon fiber. And I said, why would you want carbon fiber in a wallet? He said, what if you get shot? What if you get shot and it'll stop the bullet? I go, does that happen a lot? And he goes, it could happen. And I go, has it happened to you? And he goes, yes, but I don't want to talk about it. And I go, what do you mean? He goes, dude, there's such a thing called trauma. And when you've been shot and the only thing that stopped you from the bullet piercing your heart was a carbon fiber wallet from Ridge. Yeah, man, I'm a little messed up from that. I'm not all there. And I go, okay. But then, you know, as me, if you know what I mean, I was like, could you return the wallet after that? And he goes, oh yeah, all Ridge products have a lifetime warranty. It also gives you peace of mind knowing that Ridge wallets have RFID blocking technology, keeping you safe from digital pickpockets. And I said, wait, hold on. This is 15 years ago. What is that? He goes, I've been to the future. And you're still not going to tell me that gunshot? He goes, buddy, come on. Just appreciate my pain. And I go, okay, well, I'll tell my listeners about it, to be honest. And he goes, you have listeners? I'm like, not yet, but I will. I'm going to start a podcast. It's going to be called Skeptic Tank. It's going to have a whole run and go out of business. And I'm going to have another podcast called You Be Trippin. He goes, you should mention it to them. And I go, okay. Can I give them like a bonus or anything? He goes, yeah. For a limited time, your listeners can get 10% off at Ridge by using code ARI at checkout. I didn't tell you my name. And he goes, I've been to the future. I'm like, where should they head? And he said, just head to ridge.com and use code ARI, and they're all set. After they purchase, they're going to ask you where they heard about them. And he said, the guy told me, this guy, the professor, he said, please show support for this. What did you call it? You Be Trippin? I said, You Be Trippin. He goes, yeah, tell him to please show support for the show and tell him that You Be Trippin sent you. Again, that's ridge.com and use code ARI at checkout. Now let's get back to the episode.
So my favorite place in this world,
Yeah.
is Venice, Italy. Okay. Venice, Italy is by far one of, I'll tell you a funny story.
Wow,
So
I didn't know it was an island like that.
So all the streets are water.
I didn't realize it was on the water.
No,
I
you
don't know
can't.
why I thought it was like in here-ish.
No, you can't go anywhere unless, so when you get out of your hotel, you have to get on a gondola.
Is that real?
Oh no, that's real.
Wow.
No. That's it. See, like if you want to go anywhere, but like look, that's across the street. So like those gondolas that are there, they'll come in and they sit, and sometimes they sing, and you and your family sit in it, and you go, we want to go to that restaurant there, and they fucking row you to it.
And so the locals also take gondolas?
Oh yeah.
So it's not just
but there is also bridges. If you
go far enough.
Yeah,
but it's out of the way.
There's bridges that go over in the town, so you could just come out of your hotel and walk over the.
But here or there, it's not like every block
no,
is a bridge,
it's
right?
not everywhere. It's
right.
no, it's not everywhere. I got a great one for you. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
I'm in Italy. Okay, yes, dude, it's fucking nuts, dude. You get on that, and the food was amazing.
Venice.
And Venice is where they blow the glass. So they make all the glass. We went to the factory, and it looks like taffy, and they're making glass, like they're just hot, like you know when it's like red hot.
Yeah.
Like
they
got the whole thing, and it's like a red ball, and then they go like this,
yeah.
and they're just shaping the glass. In Venice, you watch them how they make the most beautiful like glass that you could ever.
Jahuli's from there. This artist that's like known for glass making.
Oh, dude! Ask him about the glass blowing in Venice. It's insane.
David Jahuli, American. Okay, wow.
And
yeah, interesting. Okay.
So, all of a sudden, we're in Venice and we're looking.
Who's the we?
And me, my dad, my brother, my grandmother.
Okay.
Okay, rest her soul. She was from Sicily, but we're in Venice.
Should we give?
And yeah, sure, you could do that. Thank you. And all of a sudden, we look and we just see this floating thing that looked like a floating stage, and we're going, "What's that?" Floating stage. And the guy goes, "Oh, the concert this week, the Pink Floyd, dude. Pink Floyd played in Venice on a floating stage.
What,
dude? Pink Floyd.
You got pictures of that?
Pink Floyd. Okay. Go Pink Floyd Venice. Pink Floyd Venice. Dude. Yeah. Yep. That's it. Right there. So you can see the stage right there.
Where?
Yes. Yep. 1989. I was there.
What?
I was there. But
1989.
1989
bro.
was when I was 11. That's when we first went. And the guy goes, the guy, yep, dude, how sick is that? No. Ari, the stage is floating. They built a barge.
What?
Weighed down, so they probably had like these giant sandbags or whatever, and fucking Pink Floyd just rocked out in the water in Venice
with all the special effects they do and shit.
With all the special effects they do with like boats and everything.
Oh, you can see the city in the background a little bit.
We had left because we were on a tour.
How are you gonna go to Pink Floyd with your grandmother?
And I'm like,
can't do it right.
And I'm 11.
Yeah.
Right? Or like I'm 11 or 12. But all we heard all week, the Pink Floyd, the Pink Floyd. So we saw the stage that they built for him. So they had to take boats. The band had to take boats and shit.
To get out there?
So they had to do multiple trips to get the drums out there, to get the speakers out there. And they're on a floating fucking barge. And they fucking rocked it, I heard.
Wow. I mean, they never don't. They never didn't.
I have a T-shirt that's me on a gondola, and look at that. How sick is that? Pink Floyd performing in Venice on this day, 1989. Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
What a fucking ballsy band that was.
Dude, and your boy was there. We were there. We saw that thing floating, and we were walking on the streets. They're going, wait, what's that? Because it wasn't packed or anything. And they go, oh, this weekend, the Pink Floyd. But so I probably shouldn't say this, but I could say it now because it doesn't matter. You'll get a kick out of this. So we were on a tour. Okay. My dad was like, I want it done right. He goes, we're going to go on a bus tour. They're taking us to Capri. We're going to, I went into that fucking blue in the cave. I'll show you the caves of Capri. Okay. I'll tell you that's coming.
Okay.
So anyway, we go to like, when the tour would take you to a hotel, you had your room. And one of the rooms, I think we were in Salerno or Sorrento, and our room was fucking tiny. My dad went to the lobby and he called
We are a lot alike. We are a lot alike.
This is you're gonna love this story. He's old now, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He called the travel agent from the hotel and he said, me and my family are in Sorrento right now and this room is so fucking unacceptable. He said, we're going to Venice next couple days. He says, if my room in Venice is like this, I'm going to come home and kill you.
Now we're a little different. We're a little different.
He said, if this, he goes, my
a
mother,
refund and a bad review from us.
He goes, my two boys and my mother are here. If fucking Venice, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna fucking kill you, dude. They gave us the Donna Summer. They gave us the Donna Summer suite. Yeah, it was 2 floors. My dad was running around like a little kid. You go upstairs. The shower was gigantic. The shower was the size of this room, marble, and he's running around. It was right by a bridge that went over. And on like the Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, Donna Summer was like stayed in that room. He freaked out so much with the other one that he's like, I'm gonna come home and kill you.
If violence didn't work, they wouldn't use it so much.
I mean, listen, it's like Richard Pryor said. He goes, say what you want about the mob. He goes, they kind of figured out a business plan. He goes, hey man, you like walking?
Oh yeah.
You like your legs? So and then we went to the island of Capri.
Okay.
The island of Capri, you go in the water and look up the caves, the blue caves, and the blue lagoons or the blue caves in Capri. And we went in there. You got to get So you got to get a rope. So I swam in that. I jumped in that. So what you do is, do you see the one that's really small? Looks like a small hole. Like no, go down one. Yeah, you see that?
Yeah.
So you got to grab a rope and go like this to get in.
What?
Yeah. So there's a rope. So you got to go like this to get in. So we were all in it.
This is blue water.
Yeah, we were all in it, and it's lit up blue.
From what?
Yeah. I love how into this you are because like this is so if you go to Capri, if you go to the island of Capri, it's like all houses on a hill. Yeah. It's almost like it's like Italy's version of like it would be like Hollywood Hills if all the houses were shitty.
Okay.
And there's just cats running around. But then you go in the water and there's this, and they call it and you go in. You got a little claustrophobic going in because you got to grab a rope to get through that just to get yourself in. And then when you're in there, it's beautiful and blue, but you're also like, this is kind of tight.
Where the fuck's the light come from?
I know. I think it's the light.
I think this is crazy.
I think
it's cool.
Literally, that's us. Like that was us to the far right. That's with the 4 people in there.
Yeah.
That's what we did. And then just to feel it, I jumped out in it. Like I just
I just
had to jump in the water just to feel it. And but you do feel as cool as it is. You are like, oh, dude, if there's any kind of collapse here, we're all dead.
Done. Donezo.
It's like this is the most beautiful, scary thing. But so that's the island of Capri. I don't think you can go to Italy and not do that. Wow. So anybody listening to this podcast, if you go to Italy, you have to go to.
I've never even heard of it.
Oh, dude, the island of Capri. Yeah, that's it. That's the best picture of it right there. The island, yeah, right there. So the island of Capri, it has all boats there. There's all little.
So there's caves in here.
Yes, I think there's multiple.
Okay.
And then, you took a ski lift too. Like those ski lifts, you could take a ski lift to the top of the mountain. So you just sit in a ski lift, and it kind of takes you to the top. Yeah, and there's one thing that they're not going to show or talk about here. The place is just running around with cats.
Really?
Yeah, so there it is. That's perfect. Wow. That's perfect. So it's a little city like that.
Gorgeous.
Right? Yeah, little city like that, places to eat.
With the mountains right behind it.
Yeah, and
like Edinburgh behind it.
A ski lift. Dude, you got to go to the island of Capri, dude. And there's just stray cats chilling. There's just like stray cats that like everybody kind
Dogs?
of like,
Just cats?
No, there we just saw cats.
I heard
But,
they
like,
protect their cats there, and if you fuck with one, they're
dude,
like, that's
dude,
a real crime.
Even though it's not your cat,
Yeah.
you'll be like, the people will feed it. People will like treat them like good. But yeah, that's the island of Capri, dude. It's fucking amazing. Sorrento is where we had the shitty hotel.
I mean, where? I'm trying to think where even is. Oh, so that side of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So look, so Capri, you have to take a boat, obviously. And
Calabria. I love looking at a map and finding out where stuff originated from. Like Calabrian
yeah.
chili oil.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, what does that mean? Is that a style of? And you're like, no, it's from here.
Yeah.
Or saying like the island of Sardinia, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what are they known for? You're like, you know what they're known for? Sardines.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just heard something. It's the weirdest thing that I came to do your podcast today. I swear to God, as I parked the car, they just said, "You guys upset about the election? Well, if you guys want to relocate." And they were going, there's a promotion going on right now in Sardinia, Italy. You can buy a dilapidated home for $1 and rebuild it up. They're doing that for people. As I just literally heard that as I walked here, as I was
What?
getting here. Yeah, there's $1 homes in Sardinia. $1, $1 American dollar, like €2.
pay taxes on it?
And they say you could buy a dilapidated home there. And because if people want to come see our beautiful countryside and rebuild, so you could buy a shitty home and redo it for $1. But
Wow. Do you have to rebuild? Or can you leave it for like 10 years till you're ready?
I mean, they said dilapidated. I don't know what their definition of that is.
But I'm like, can you just leave it? I'm like, all right, I'll get to it when I get to it.
Oh yeah, no, you own it.
You ever remember that when they're doing that in Detroit? You could buy a house for $1, you could buy a house for then $100. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. And I'm like, why didn't I buy a whole block? I know it hasn't come back yet, but like, I could just own a block.
Just showed up with like $200 and just be the fucking king.
Own a
Be
fucking
the
town,
fucking-
a township of Ari.
You're the mayor of the town you just bought for $200.
Yeah, no toilets allowed. You have to shit in public. Make some weird fucking Clint Eastwood style rules.
Dude, you could buy a town and then just do a fucking comedy festival there.
Oh yeah,
Just have every fucking comedian that you know fly in for that week and just do a fucking Sardinia comedy festival. Be fucking insane, dude. But no, dude, Capri.
wow.
So Capri is
So what? How do you get from place to place? Buses, flights?
yeah. So it would be buses, flights, and boats.
How long would it take to get from like here? Where's Venice? Higher or lower? Venice is around. Where the fuck's Venice?
I thought you just had it.
I did. There. Okay, up there. How long would it take to get from? Well, that's a different one, but.
Verona.
So how
That's
long
Verona.
would it take to get from Rome across like this?
Yeah, it's kind of like, if you look at it like that, it's kind of like Florida. Like, it's kind of like Florida. So, like, I think you're talking like anywhere from like 2.5 to 4.5 hours, depending.
Not bad.
Depending. No, I mean, and it's all bus. Oh, and there are a lot of trains. So.
Oh, hour and a half, hour 40. That's great. That's nothing. So you can
Yeah.
really get places.
So yeah, like.
You can get from there to Naples
Like,
real easy.
Yeah, like if you're in a bus for 2 hours, you'll be like, oh, we're stopping here, we're stopping there. You could bang out like two or three cities in a day if it's 2 hours each.
Hi guys, I have a Netflix special on Netflix right now. It's called America's Sweetheart, and a lot of people can't get it in other countries. If English is not their first language, then it just can't come up. It's infuriating. I thought I had to deal with Netflix. I thought we had it ready to go because the last time they said you were available in 190 countries, and this time they're like, oh no, I guess not. If their language isn't set to English first, they can't even find you. There's a way around that though. If you use a ExpressVPN, yeah, then you can set your language to any country you want. You can set it to America, you can set it to Canada, and you can find my special. ExpressVPN will do that. Netflix hides content from you based on your location. ExpressVPN lets you change your online location so you can control where you want Netflix to think you're located. Also, you can brag to Netflix. Like, hey, I'm in Ireland. I could be that guy. You're not, but you could be that guy. ExpressVPN is easy to use. It works on all your devices. It's blazing fast speeds and is rated number 1 by top tech reviewers like CNET and The Verge. What have I watched using ExpressVPN? Ari Shaffir's America's Sweetheart. That's my special. I know. If you're in Switzerland, you can't get it unless you use ExpressVPN. Set it to America. Set it to Mexico. Set it to Canada. Set it to Ireland. Do whatever you want. So be smart. Stop paying full price for streaming services and only get access to a fraction of their content. Get your money's worth at expressvpn.com/trippin. Don't forget to use my link at expressvpn.com/trippin to get an extra 4 months of ExpressVPN for free. Now let's get back to the episode.
But the things that stand out to me, like I would tell anybody, if you're going to Italy, I would say Venice is a must. Capri. Now, I told you at the beginning of this, the driving, they'll hit you. So we were able, they'll hit you like if you're crossing the street.
Right, hit you.
I was able to, I don't know if they still do it. I stood on, I have pictures I will send you, on the Leaning Tower of Pisa, no rails. And it's tilted, no rails, and it's at your own risk. And I stood up there on the edge, and there's a picture of me looking down at my grandma, taking a picture of her, and we're up there, standing on the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I was on it.
Where's that?
It was in Pisa.
Wow.
Yeah. The Leaning Tower of Pisa, I stood on that, dude. For somebody like you, by the way, who I know loves traveling, like, dude, you would fucking lose it in Italy. Yeah, Pisa.
Is it two Z's or one?
I think it's one. Wait, is it S?
Maybe.
I think it's Pisa. I think. I could be wrong, but I think it's SA. Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Yeah,
That's it. Yeah. I stood on that thing high. No railings.
Wow.
No railings. I don't know what they did. Yep.
Wow.
My grandmother sat right in the
so
bottom.
like on
there.
the edge over here?
On the edge up there, there's no. So I think at the very, very top there is. On the way up, do you see the columns? There's just, you're walking against the wall.
Because it's like,
Now
and it's tilted, or are the floors straight?
No, and they have to keep kind of, because at one point it was going like it was like they needed to do something, because to keep it like that.
Why was it? It wasn't built leaning, right?
Because I don't think so. I think it ended up leaning and then stayed.
It's gonna fall at some point.
Yeah, they're on it.
Yeah.
But I stood on that.
Wow,
I was
so cool. That's such a fucking all-time place. We grew up as kids.
Yeah,
it's one of the greatest sites for kids, like Leaning Tower of Pizza.
Yeah,
you know.
And so that was that. Then I was in Pompeii, where the people were frozen in the.
You saw that?
I saw people. Dude, we did it like.
Can you pose with them? Is it supposed to be respectful?
There were no pictures there. Like, I don't think. Maybe, I don't know if some people took it, but like, yeah, like, because when.
So you have to be like solemn, or
no. It's like tourists just walking by. Going, oh, look, they're frozen. Like, people are like, grabbing their kids and shit. Dude, it's fucking frozen in time. So yeah, because the volcano in Pompeii. So we saw that. Florence is jewelry and leather. So you go to Florence, that's where you buy your leather jacket, that's where you buy a leather wallet, that's where you get a chain. That's Florence. So Florence, Italy is kind of
weird that it's like certain places like we just do this here, and you're like, well, couldn't somebody go and do it somewhere else? And it's like they don't, I guess.
No, like if you went to Italy and you were like, where can I get leather goods? They'll go, if you want the best, you go to Florence.
Interesting.
Yeah. So Florence, and then of course we saw the Sistine Chapel. And all
what
that
is that
stuff.
one? That's when they paint on the ceiling?
Yeah, that's what the paint on the ceiling. And then the Pope's window sometimes, rarely he would like come out. If you were like lucky there, he would just come out.
He lives there? He lives in Vatican?
And the people, well, we went to the Vatican too.
Vatican's
and so
in
we went to
Italy.
Vatican City. Yeah.
Okay.
And like his window, they say like where his, and sometimes he would just come out and go like this, so people would go ape shit. We didn't see.
Give a little like.
We didn't see. Yeah, he comes out and fucking forgets his hat.
No, it's all right. Just let my sweatshirt.
He's in a wife beater. You just see a mistress behind. No, but
shit, they're out here,
dude. I'm telling you, man. Like I would tell anybody, if you go to Italy, like those are the places. Venice, the island of Capri. Pisa is like one where it's like if you're going back, you don't like have like it wasn't something you had to. You saw it. Like that is like, oh, we're gonna grab a sandwich and go see the Leaning Tower and get a souvenir and leave.
Well, so like I always try to compare it to New York. If you come to visit New York, never been, right? And it's like, what do you do? It's like go bar hopping. That's so fun. Maybe some clubs, maybe some music, some jazz or Broadway. And it's like every time you come back, you can do that. It's like you have fun. You're not seeing sights in New York. You can, but like.
I even tell people the first time I wouldn't go to a Broadway play. Not the first time. I don't think the first time. I think the first time, if you really want to experience New York, kind of what you said, go eat. Go to bars, feel the nightlife, and then be like, oh, when we come back, we'll see the Lion King. Like, I don't think that needs to be. I mean, look, you can if that's what you want.
If that's what you're into. Listen, this podcast is gay friendly, so if that's what you're into, fucking go for it. But
yeah, but dude, somebody like you would have lost your mind. You would have went ape shit in Capri.
Damn.
Yeah.
So did you talk to any of the people?
Oh yeah.
And how are they to you?
Just old. They're just old school and polite. Old school, polite. Like they get a kick out of you like liking it. Like it's definitely different than France, where like there's a little annoyance in France. They're kind of just like sometimes in France they're either very nice to you and happy that you're there, or they're just like ugh.
Yeah.
Italy, they're all like they want you to enjoy. They tell you, oh, go here. Oh, you want this? Go. They like it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. They're just old school Italian. And it's different than Italians here.
Yeah.
The Italians that are like in the upper deck at Yankee Stadium go, what the fuck is he doing? Oh, that's not.
They don't have that kind of garbage there?
No, they don't have that. No, they kind of look at that as like
Maybe
a character.
It's because, you know how it's like when Back to the Future, Michael J. Fox went, the further he gets away from his normal timeline, he starts to disappear. His picture starts to get, like, I think the Italians, the further away they get from the homeland, the more like mutated they get.
Don't you think that? I think that's like a lot of places.
Yeah.
I think when you go back to the motherland, you kind of realize like, oh, let me get my shit together. Like I come from this.
Yeah, it's like this is how I'm supposed to be.
When you get like further away, you start to become a little more of like the character of that.
A little less Sopranos, a little more Chef Boyardee.
Oh, they like there they fucking probably hate Sopranos. They're like, what?
Remember that episode where they went to Italy and it was like, I want more gravy on. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, that whole like when people in Italy see like what the get the fuck out of you, they're like what?
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's.
And did different cities have different
feels? Like
yeah, sure, but I was gonna say different like foods. So when we went to northern Italy or wherever we went to go skiing near Switzerland, there was a dish that was just there. And it was like, it had some broccoli rabe in it, and it was not actually that good, but buckwheat pasta instead of regular pasta. And it was like, this is what it's known for. And it's like, you get it while you're there because you can't get it other places. It was fine. But like, that's what I mean. It's like, that's not in Rome. That's not it. Like, paella is not Barcelona. It's more Madrid.
Yeah, I think like certain parts of Italy, like it's always pasta, but it'll be their version of it. It's like it's different in north south. I think southern Italy and Sicily is different too, but.
Is Sicily Italy, or is it a different country?
So there's like it's a different country.
Okay.
But like if you ever hear Sebastian Maniscalco talk, like his father will be like, "No, we're Sicilian." Like we're Sicilian. My father didn't look at it like that. My father is like, we're Italian, but we're Sicilian. But he would just go, Sicilian's just a little better.
Oh really?
He would just be like, yeah, we're a little.
Sicily's the
So
ball.
my grandmother is from a village. My grandmother's from a village. So she's from a village called Taormina.
She grew up there.
She came.
Wow.
So Taormina has arguably the most beautiful beach on planet Earth is in Sicily. Taormina, Sicily. Yeah. So the beaches there.
Yeah.
The beaches there are considered some of the best in the world. My grandmother's from a little village right outside there. And she came to the United States at 10 years old, didn't speak a lick of English. But the water and
Clear and nice.
it's just it's insane. And I have not been, which is like, I want to take my kids, since I'm Sicilian and Greek, I want to take my kids next year to both.
Really?
So look at that, dude.
This motherfucker.
I mean, could you imagine, dude, drinking in that
either
chair?
One. Either jump in there, or jump in there.
Yeah, you're hanging in the pool, and then you're like, let's just go in that beautiful water right there that goes out to literally, that's like the middle of the ocean. That's
wow.
It's so.
You want to take your kids there? Is that what you said?
I'm gonna take my kids to there, and I want to take them to
it's
Greece.
such blue water.
Oh yeah, no, it's they say some of the most like beautiful waters in the world.
Greece ruled.
Greece is like, you heard what Tom Hanks said, right? I mean, not that he's like, but he said he's been to like everywhere in the world, and he said like there's, in his opinion, there's no place like Greece. But
he has
like,
a home there. When we were in, I'm not gonna say which island. I don't want to blow up his spot, but everybody there was like, that's Tom Hanks' home right there.
Yeah.
They would point it out.
His wife Rita Wilson is Greek, but the beaches there in like Taormina and Sicily are very kind of similar, and it's really not far away.
Right, it's all kind of the same shit.
When we were on the cruise, we sailed at night between Italy and Sicily. So lower that, the strip right there. In the middle of that.
Italy and Sicily. Oh,
yes.
that.
So that little thing. So I'm eating dinner in the dining room of this beautiful thing. Italy on one side, Sicily on the other, and you see it. You see the land of both.
Close.
And that close. Yeah. Little tiny strip. Dude, I was just, you want to talk about guineaing it up. I was eating fucking prosciutto. I was eating prosciutto and melon in between sailing between that.
That's so close.
Look at that. Look at that. So, yeah. So
What are these islands all about?
some people are like, fuck that, I'm Sicilian. I'm not Italy, it's Sicily. And actually, technically, they might be right, but a lot of people are just like, no, it's the southern tip of,
Wow.
of Italy. But yeah, look, look how narrow that is.
So narrow.
Yeah, I mean, and I sailed right between that.
8 hours and 15 minutes to get there. To Rome. Oh, okay, then you got to go. What?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. It's God, I can't wait to go back next year. I can't wait to go back next year.
You're going. So you go back a lot, huh?
I'm gonna go.
Are there places you still haven't been there that you really want to go?
Sicily. I've never been, and that's what I really am. I've never been to Taormina. That's where my grandma's from. Like I said, the closest I got to Sicily was sailing through it. But
What about that eggplant thing for Sicily?
yeah, I mean the Moors was a tribe that kind of went in, and I guess apparently right and pillaged because they did say that there's truth that Sicilians used to be blonde hair, blue eyes, and then that changed.
Does anybody pillage without?
But no,
Really, it goes hand in hand, right?
You can.
Been pillaged
What
one
are you
thing.
you're not gonna rob them.
Yeah, nobody's gonna. And then you're like, I'm not. I may as well pillage. They're defenseless right now.
Yeah, I know. The does suck. It's like, can't you just pillage?
Okay, just pillage. What do you got to do? That? Come on, man.
Come on, dude.
I mean, it was a bygone past time. We're not really that society anymore. Got it, man. I gotta go.
No, dude, you would. And I know, like a guy like you.
It never super called me, but the way you're describing it, it's kind of calling me now.
Oh, dude, no. You would get there, and I feel like when you got there, you'd go, "Oh my god, I didn't expect this." Like, because even when I saw you, even when you looked at Capri, you were like, "What the fuck?"
My mom listens to this podcast sometimes, and she was talking about the first like 3 or 4, and then the 5th one or 6th one, whatever. She goes, "I didn't like that one." I was like, "Why?" She goes, "The other ones made me want to go to a place. This one didn't make me want to go there." And this is making me want to go there.
This show should make people want to,
Yeah.
or make them not.
Or make them like stay the fuck
Be like,
away.
you know what?
Oh, dude, we've had some nightmarish ones too.
Yeah, like, and I don't mean any disrespect to anybody in like Iraq or Iran, but like you'd have to really sell me. If I'm flying to the Middle East, you're gonna have to sell me on restaurants.
And it's got to be your experience too. Like we were talking with
Yeah.
with Giannis about Monaco, and I'm like, who would go to Monaco? And he's like, Tim. I'm like, oh right, of course. Yeah, Tim.
Oh, Giannis did Monaco. Giannis was.
Here yesterday.
Oh, he did Monaco.
No, but he was like, I usually ask people like, where else do you want to go in the world? And he said Monaco. He goes, I don't really want to travel, but Monaco maybe. And it was like, oh, that calls to Tim more than to me.
Yeah, I've been to Monaco.
I like some danger and some whatever. Tim likes the high roller, like James Bond life.
Yeah, I'm a little more like that.
Yeah.
Like you're like you'll go hiking in the Philippines for 2 days and not know where you end up.
Crazy pronunciation of that you
What?
just did. The
Philippines.
Philippines.
Yeah. But you'll go hiking and not know where you're going for 2 days, and then just go with the villagers and hopefully it works out. Like
Did you go to any small villages? Like, oh, what's your mom's, your grandmother's Taormina? We looked that up already. That's on
my grandma from Taormina. We did not go. I will take my kids there next year.
Did she like want to go back to be like, this is where does she remember it at all?
Oh yeah. She's.
When did she come? How old was she?
And this is gonna really be fucking wild for you to hear. So she came to the United States at 10 years old. Did not speak English.
Yeah.
Boat to Ellis Island.
Wow.
Yeah, 10 years old. Didn't speak. Sailed here, and started.
What a time to get on a boat to get here.
Yeah.
You might not make it.
Yeah. Yeah, and some kids probably didn't have their parents on there.
Damn, that spirit.
Yeah.
There's something about like, I'm not weighing in on immigration, but there's something is like, whoever got here, that is the American spirit.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like, whatever, got to protect the borders, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But the guys who are here, it's like, that's everyone who ever came here.
Yeah.
They had that same like, let's find something new attitude,
And to just be like, we're going to America for like that life.
Yeah.
Fuck, I was just gonna say something. So
grandmother.
So Taormina, my grandmother.
Oh, the villages.
The villages. Fuck, what was it? It was a good one too. Fuck. No, I'll find it. I'll find it. It was Sicily. It was Taormina.
We're about to see the memory of a non-weed smoker.
What's that?
Go ahead.
I know.
want you to find it.
Well, no, I've actually been hitting a vape a little bit.
What?
So yeah, I've been hitting a vape, but I
Welcome.
can't smoke when I'm
Welcome.
performing.
Yeah.
Like I can't. I get foggy.
I've started to do this too, where people on podcasts like this too. I'm like, you know what, guys? I've been bad on these enough times with weed. Let me smoke right after or towards the end.
Can you go on stage high or no?
Oh yeah.
Like high out of your mind?
In the beginning,
Does it affect your? Does
In the
it
beginning, I
affect?
couldn't, and then later, if I'm the right level of high, it's great. I'm giggly and fun.
It won't affect your like taglines or your punches.
It will. If I'm too high, it will.
Yeah, because like I seen like Chappelle one time on stage, and he was so out of his mind that it affected him.
But
bad.
then like Freeze Love is like functional, like that like Snoop Dogg level of high where you just get all day. It's like that's just how you are,
right.
you know. Then it's like it's fine. It's like having a beer on stage, you know.
Yeah.
Versus when you're 14, like I had a beer, I'm out of it. But I got my favorite Earthquake quote. I'm misquoting it, but they were asking him like, "Do you ever drink alcohol on stage?" And he goes, "Stand-up comedy is one of the few art forms, one of the few industries that allow you the privilege of imbibing alcohol while you're at work. And I like to avail myself of that privilege." And they go, "Okay." They go, "Does it ever mess with like your performance?" He goes, "Every single time."
That's great.
Yeah.
No, it does. Like one drink I can have, but like you
Yeah.
know, I've been on stage hammered, and it just affects it.
I like to have a double shot of whiskey or scotch. And then like as I go through an hour 10, hour 20, whatever it is, I get a little more tuned up. And then I'm
Yeah.
like, now I'm loose. But I get them on my side already. I take that journey with them. If I got too fucked up high before I go on, I'm like off.
It's off, and
Yeah.
the crowd knows.
The crowd knows.
The crowd's like, oh, okay, he's a little.
They're not getting as good a show. So
They're not-
it's like, let's do it after.
They're not getting the wittiest you.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. So when I tape a special, I'm like, let me get high at 3 p.m. and then come down and just be barely feeling it. You know, then it's okay.
So the thing with Sicily is, it's so close,
Yeah.
but like Taormina is like the fact that like my grandmother is from there.
Yeah.
Oh, I found it. I remembered it. That's what I do. So my aunt Grace,
Yeah.
she is my father's only sibling.
Okay.
She's in Denver, Colorado. Okay. She's big on finding out fucking 23andMe. She's big on finding out everybody that we know there. She was the one to tell me. So a lot of people say that Jerry Ferrara and me are so similar, to the point where somebody was
Turtle.
like, yeah, so similar.
you look like him.
So similar. No, but like he was on a podcast and somebody reached out to me, goes, dude, you got to hear it on a podcast. He goes, it's the craziest thing. He likes the same sports teams you like. You talk the same. You sound exactly the same. I listened to it and I couldn't hear anymore. I couldn't listen anymore. The craziest shit is my aunt says to me, she goes, I heard Jerry on your podcast. She goes, I just want you to know.
He was on your podcast?
Yeah. She goes, yeah. Me and him are cool.
Oh, nice.
And she goes, the Ferraras and the Virzis in the village of Sicily
Oh, okay.
are so close that there is a chance that you and him are related. She goes, the Ferraras and Virzis were like this. And I go, what? And Virzi is very rare here, but in that village, I'm not going to say it's like a Smith or a Johnson, but it's common. And she goes, there's a chance that you and him that are, and when we talk, and I go, hey dude, are you, we were talking over a cigar. I go, you Sicilian? He goes, yeah. And you go, your family from Sicily? He goes, yeah. And I go, oh yeah. And then my aunt goes, she heard it and she was like, no, you guys there could be related. But then she says to me, Paul, I don't know if you know this, but our family has an olive oil farm in Sicily. And I went there and they welcomed me because I'm a Virzi and they gave me a bottle. Go to the Virzi olive oil and it's in Sicily and my family is there. It's my family. I did not know this. Yep. I have this bottle at home. Okay. Yep. That's it.
Wow.
Yep. So I have that bottle.
What?
Yeah. Keep going. I have that bottle. That bottle is in my home. And look, that's where my family's thing is. And I just found this out.
Oh my God.
So if you and I ever go to Sicily, they're gonna load us up with bottles of that. Dude, I have a bottle of that at home and I just
Wow, that looks legit.
and that's my family, dude. And I didn't know. Obviously distant, like not immediate.
Yeah.
But my aunt goes, oh, she goes, that's our family's, like deep-rooted, our family's olive oil. And I go, what? And they sent me she goes, we got bottles here, I'm sending you one. And I did not know at all. And I come to find out that that's my See, I knew this podcast today was good, but now that I remember this is what. If I didn't remember this, I'd have been sick.
If you remember on the way home.
I would have been in the car and I'd be like, "Fuck!"
Yeah.
Yeah. So I found out that this. So when I go there, I want to take my family and my kids and be like,
It's your namesake.
That's my namesake, and they have this thing there. So it's obviously distant. I don't know how far back it is.
That's so cool to have a relation like that because there's all this new 23andMe travel tourism where it's like, I found out I'm 2% Irish.
Yeah.
So now it's like, well, that's a reason to go
Yeah.
more than anywhere else, may as well.
It'd be funny if we just showed up and I was like, "What's it like?" I acted like it was
Yeah.
like mine.
Yo.
I mean, no, we're going to my family's fucking olive oil. They were like, "Who are
Beat
you?"
it. You know who I am.
Yeah, so I was actually really excited about that. So the plan is take the wife and the kids to like Taormina and Greece next year and do that, and then just have my kids go to like where their dad is basically from.
Dude, I was trying to get my dad to go back to Romania.
Yeah.
I was going to play there a year ago or so, and that's my Italy. That's where he was from. He moved because of outside his control.
Yeah.
But
Couple things went on.
I think some things went on.
Some things went on.
The defense forces were not the American level defense forces. But I was like, "You want to go?" He's no. Listen, fair enough. He's got some bad memories associated with that. But he was like, "What's there for me?" And I'm like, "I don't know. Like, what would be the beer you would drink while you're there? And I leaned into all that. I'm like, what would I have done if not for the Holocaust?"
It really is funny how like you don't think, we're American and we're here and we don't fucking, and then you go there and you're like, "Hey, what did my dad, like, what was my grandfather like? Is there a shop that my grandfather smoked at? What about smoke, dude?
Wow.
What about smoking a cigar where you're like, hey, your great grandfather used to sit on
right
this
there.
fucking chair and smoke right there, and you're like, now I'm generations later, I'm like, I'm smoking a cigar in that fucking chair. Like, how nuts is that? I just got the chills. That's nuts.
Wow.
I agree with you. It's like, hey, Dad, what beer would you like when you were in Romania? Like, when you were friends, like, what would you drink?
Yeah, well, he was too young, but I'm like, this is what you would have drank if
Right.
you stayed. You would have been like,
Or what'd
at
your
these
dad
restaurants.
like? What'd your dad drink? Like, what were people in the village doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
How was Romania?
I mean, loved it.
Really?
All of Eastern Europe, and I don't count Greece for this, even though it's the most east. But right, where's Greece? Over there. It's so wild. All those people. So I had to make a decision when I go to a tour there. I'm like, I leave open days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't work.
Right.
So I can either stay in that city I just played longer or go to the next city early. Berlin is always going to be, that's a Saturday. Don't give me a Sunday show. I want to stay there. Or,
right.
It's one of my favorites. But like Brussels, I'm like, do that on a Thursday or Friday, so I'm in out. There's nothing there. I'll have a waffle, I'll have a beer, and get out of there.
Yeah.
But Ljubljana, Slovenia, I was like, do that in one day. I fucked up. It was like I should have been here longer. I did as much as I could in 24 hours, but like Slovenia, Romania, it's like they're newly free, and so they're wildlings. The people there are just nuts. There's indoor smoking rooms in a bar, like in an old like airport. You can just go there and smoke and still be in the bar.
Wow.
People. I left in Slovenia, but it's all got the same feel. Actually, this might have been Romania. No, Slovenia. And I left, and I was like, oh shit! We were leaving to go to a bar. I left my umbrella inside because it stopped raining. I was like, I left my umbrella. Like, all right, go get it. I was like, okay, and I ran in, opened the door, came back, but there was no one in there. I went to the green room and found this old, beautiful hall.
What?
And then I left, and I'm like, hey, there's no one in there. They're like, yeah, okay. I'm like, but the door was open. They're like, yeah. And I was like, well, is somebody supposed to lock the door? They're like, oh, dude, we're in the shadow of communism and of Eastern Bloc shit. No one's gonna fuck with the government building. Like your sister's gonna disappear.
It's not even
So they why lock it?
Yeah. No, it's different there.
Yeah, it's different, and that feel is like when I was there, I was like, how many people remember Yugoslavia when this wasn't? And it was like 30% of the room was like,
Yeah.
So it's like Romania too, like Ceausescu and then all his like generals. They tormented these people. They're just newly getting capitalism.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's like you always hear those stories at the Olympics, right? Like there'll be like an Olympic figure skater, and you're like, yeah, she was taken from her family, but these people took her in and she started ice skating. You're like, what?
Who took her in? What?
Like-
What? Took her from its family?
Yeah, yeah. Like
they
all she knew
crackheads?
was this. They took. Yeah, and you're going like, what happened? You go, oh, she was in a fucking communist country where they probably didn't like.
So they had a
that.
fire room in I think was it Cluj or was it I think Bucharest? They had a big fire and a lot of people were caught in there. They're Great White, was that the name of the band? They had a big fire and everybody died. There was like a stampede and they blocked up the doorway.
Fuck, dude, yeah.
But they had that version of it. But these people didn't die. They just got badly burned. A few died. And they went to the hospital. The hospital's so crooked that they were watering down anesthetics. They're
What?
like the stuff that you rub in your hands. What's that called? Hand purifier. What's it? Sanitizer.
The
They're watering
sanitizer.
it down to be cheaper to sell it. And so the people died in the hospital because of bad care. And then they had this bravado, like, let's ship them off to fucking another country that can handle them. And they go, no, we're the best. And like, they're dying in your care.
Yeah.
And then once they go, okay, we're going to finally ship them off. The too many are dying. They're like, my son first. Like, your son's not in danger right now. Like, here's a little money, my son first.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
more people died.
Yeah.
It's so crooked.
It
It's
is.
so crooked that it made me realize how crooked our government is. Because like, we do the similar things. I can't see through ours as much. But if we're doing that and they're doing that, obviously,
Right.
then I can tell we're crooked too.
Yeah, and we have a lot more money and power, so we do it just different ways. Yeah, we do it different ways.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think every place has their own, but they're just so blatantly like
So blatant.
It reminds me of that scene in Airplane, which is one of my favorites, where the guy in Russia was just giving the news, and there was a gun to his head while he was giving the news.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're gonna say this. I mean, like some
Yeah,
of
in
those.
Cuba, we were listening to the radio. We went through a hurricane, so all the power went out. So we had a battery radio to find out what's going on, updates. And so this guy was translating for him. My Spanish isn't that good. And he was like, all right, they're saying, they had a pregnant woman and 2 elderly men had to be rushed to the hospital. They seem like they'll be okay. Power, no reports yet. They need the hurricane to pass before they can even try to get
That's nuts.
working to get into the island. And he goes, and now they're saying, this was all made possible, no deaths, made possible by the glorious revolution. So now this is the propaganda part.
Oh,
made possible by the
okay.
glorious revolution, which protects all people, whatever. He goes, that's part that gun to their head. Like this
They
is
have
what
to say that. Yeah, no, that's part is they have
You're
to.
like, we don't have that as blatant, but we are doing what they tell us.
Yeah,
They're saying,
Alexis Guerreros was telling me that, like, because he's Cuban and his family's from Cuba,
Mm-hmm.
and he was just saying that, like, they would just go to the house and be like, hey, your family has to be at that parade honoring the government. Like you have to be. Like, you have to be there, like, all together in solitude. Like, you can't be in the house, like, because it's a complete disrespect showing that you're not for the government. You all have to be there, and if you're not, they'll fucking take you out. Like,
yeah,
it's
they
just-
evacuated people, and I was like, what if you don't go? They're like, oh, well, first of all, you want to go because you have like one wall missing. Like, you don't want to be on that during a hurricane. And he goes, well, like, what if you say no? Fuck, I'm going. He goes, then 6 cops will come. Like, you're just not allowed to go. And I go, well, can you? If they say, hey, you're evacuated, can I gather some stuff? They go, yeah, sure, of course. Take your time. Get whatever you need. So it's like, it's just this weird. And then they're like, what do you guys do? Can you stay during it? I'm like, yeah, we can, and we often do.
Yeah.
And do people die? I'm like, yeah, often they do.
Yeah.
But it's like this freedom thing.
Yeah, it's like we do have we make fun of those people, and we're like, this guy's fucking
like we
sitting
mock
on his
them.
roof.
Yeah.
This guy's sitting on his roof because
With a
water is up to
shotgun.
his roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like he does have that right where
Yeah.
there it's like,
Yeah, he's like, what do they do? I'm like, yeah, we make fun of them. But
Yeah, we make fun of them because some of them don't make it because they're stubborn. But it is kind of funny that is a freedom that we do have. Where it's like, no, I'm going to stay at my house. I'm just going to stay here. And you're like, all right, well, I mean, the news said, what I didn't like was when that news guy was crying. And it's just like, yeah. Is that an animal? Fuck is that? Did the Cuban government bug your house?
oh my god, it's a fucking leak in the ceiling.
Oh.
What the F?
Oh, shit.
This fucking place. I gotta tell him upstairs. I don't know what the fuck.
Oh, shit.
It's a leak in the ceiling. I thought it was a mouse. I don't know if this is better or worse.
I
but it's
thought
coming
that was a
through.
mouse, but then I'm like, what's the irony? We were talking about like water in the houses and sitting on the roof.
my God.
And that sucks. Well, hey, that's on them.
That's on. I mean, yeah, but
Is the landlord here?
she's downstairs. I mean, it's coming through the fucking roof.
What?
It's starting to peel up there.
Oh shit!
It's not even raining.
Yeah, I was gonna say it hasn't rained in days. I wonder what that's from.
How's upstairs? It's just overflowing.
Oh, it could be. You know what it could be?
What?
No, it's definitely what it is. It's pipes. It's the pipes. It's the pipes from people showering, or it's the pipes from somebody. Yeah. So basically, one of the pipes during the plumbing has a little thing in it, and it's just flooding up into that. We had that happen in our house. We had to fucking redo
They're
it.
gonna have to go in. There's gonna be mold in here. They got to go and do this immediately.
It would only be mold if it went long. They're gonna just.
So we had a flooding here during the last big storm. The top of the roof, a branch got in the drain.
Yeah.
And it started building up. Coming through the third floor, got it worse. Upstairs,
it
got it bad.
Yeah.
Guy died. Was just floating up there.
Dude, we were just talking about how in Cuba it's shitty. We're sitting here in Manhattan.
I mean, I'm spending way too much for this.
Yeah, are you?
I mean, to have that, if I'm spending more than $500 a month, I don't need that.
You can't have that. Now, how'd you find this place?
Searching. I needed like a front room that was big enough to do it. I needed very specific, like,
Yeah.
You know, so when I walked in, I'm like, nope, not enough space for cameras. Nope.
Oh, you knew.
Yeah, and then I'm like, yeah, this will do in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know. All right,
But
let's keep going.
Yeah, this is making me want to go back because this is making me want to go back because now there are some places I have not been since 1989.
What advice would you give someone who's going to Italy? Like, hey, I'm headed. Tell me, what do I gotta know?
The first thing that I would say is do not expect American Italian food. That would be because there's going to be people going, imagine what the pizzas no. You're getting a different country's version of it. Even though it's their cuisine, you're getting a different version of it. So don't be disappointed if the pasta is not like the pasta here or the pizza is not like the pizza here. Go in with I'm getting Italy's version of their food.
Right.
Not here because my dad was disappointed. My dad was like, it's Italy, but I just, because he was used to going to fine restaurants here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Dad, that's not it.
You're
not going to get a veal parm there. And he was like, yeah, I was expecting, it's lighter. Well, listen, they're not as Italians here are fatter.
Eat more. Oh, right, exactly.
Italians here are fatter.
Yeah.
You see, you don't.
You're wasting away.
When you go,
to them.
Oh, dude, they'd be like, you need to eat. That's why, mangia, because
What's mangia?
Oh, mangia's that's eat.
Oh wow.
Yeah, mangia. So
okay.
every time my Sicilian grandmother, I would go to her house and she would make meatballs. Still to this day, I cried. The meatballs were the best. And she'd go, mangia means eat. But they always, the way I always say, you can't leave an Italian's house on an empty. They just keep feeding you because it's part of the thing. But when you go there, you're gonna leave. Another thing that's incredible there, Italians, and we didn't talk about this, is like they took coffee to a whole espresso and cappuccino.
Yeah.
That's all their shit.
That's all Italian, right?
Like cappuccino is their shit. So it's like So they, and it's like for them, they could sit and they just sip it and they'll just sit down. It's like a fucking thing to do.
Do they do those single shot coffees?
Anything.
Here, everything's standard double shot. But when I go to like Australia and you get a flat white, and I'm like, this doesn't get me amped. Like, it's one shot per. I'm like, oh, we do 2 shots standard. And then Starbucks will do 3 or 4.
They just want to be satisfied where we have to fucking have the jitters. Right. Well, everything we do here.
Yeah.
It's just above and beyond.
Even the weed, it's like, have 1/8 of this cookie. I'm like, just make a fucking less strong cookie.
Yeah.
Who eats 1/8 of a cookie?
Yeah. Just make it less so people could eat it.
Yeah. I'll eat 2 cookies if I want more.
Yeah. Yeah. So my advice in Italy would be don't expect Italian food that you get in America. Expect it to be their version of it so you're not disappointed. And I think like people going like, nah, I heard Venice is not... some people have the thing where there was like a couple times where in the summer the water smelled a little bit.
Okay. You get used to it, right?
Go to Venice. I would say not going to Venice, Italy, and going to Italy is kind of a hit up Venice for a day or two.
I have a saying, don't be an asshole. It's like if you are in I don't know, if you're right by the Eiffel Tower, go see it. Don't be an asshole. I get not doing all the tourist stuff, but like at some level it's like you're here, gonna go.
We were in Paris.
Don't go to Egypt and not see a fucking pyramid.
We went the last night we were in Paris, me, my wife, and kids. We went to the Eiffel Tower. It was great. We didn't do the whole thing.
Yeah, but
we went in there. We didn't go to the top. We just went in low. We went in and we just saw it. It was beautiful. The lights came on. We went back to the hotel. But you got to see it. If you're in Venice, you got to see it. I would say the island of Capri. Go in that cave. Go in that cave in that blue lagoon type thing. I think you have to do that. I mean, it's just a really amazing.
Is it easy to change money? What do they use? Euros now?
Lira.
Lira. They use their own.
They use their own. They use Lira. The McDonald's there is insane. It's like so much bigger, nicer, better tasting than here. I mean, not that you would, but like it's just like it's not like American.
Yeah.
Like it's like actually like a nice establishment. You're like, oh shit. Yeah, it's just better, you know. But I would just say go in with an open mind, but go see all the things. And yeah, dude, if I was old enough, imagine seeing Pink Floyd in Venice.
Wow.
Dude, imagine that.
And then you got to be on acid or mushrooms. Acid, I would say, for Pink Floyd. And then we're leaving now, wander into the streets, and it's like what? It's like honestly, it's like when you leave Forest Hills on drugs, and you go into this ye old neighborhood, and it's so good to like walk off your trip.
Imagine you're tripping your balls off. You just watch Pink Floyd rip on a floating stage, and then you're walking with the aftermath of your buzz, and you're just seeing water roads. All the roads are water. And you're just walking there like on a little trip going, dude, there's no cars. Wow. That's water. You'd be like, dude, this is fucking, and then just go and then you just go and you sit down and you smoke a cigar. And they do say the beaches of Sicily, but I think it's hard to do all of that, but not if you go 2 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, if you go to it, not Americans don't really have that time, but like, that's cool.
Dude, it's so fucking cool. And talk to the locals.
That's
man.
why people go over and over again. So Matteo goes over and over and over again.
Where does he go? Sicily or does
I don't know, but he just likes it there. So he likes the life there.
He likes to like Paul Italia.
Yeah.
Paul Italia spends a month in Sicily.
Wow.
He goes to Sicily for a month. He's got family there.
Just stays in Sicily.
And yeah, Chris Italia, they'll go to Sicily for a month, and like it's like their neighborhood.
That's great because then you're over like I have to go to this restaurant. Like you already went to each restaurant. You already saw that big site. And
yeah.
now
So now you just go to the ones you love. It's like Chris and Paul, they treat it like it's like their neighborhood in Italy. Wow. They walk around, they hang out. And another piece of advice I would say definitely is like talk to the locals, man. Like talk to the locals and like not like annoy them, but like get to like learn everything that you can and to see the difference. I think that's a good piece of advice too, because we have such a different like, you know, I've listened to yo fuck I'm going to Italy, the pasta's gonna be, and I'm like it's different. It's not that shit that's here.
Okay. Well, before I wrap up, I usually ask people this: like, what other country is calling you?
Two. There's two.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot my next special in Australia.
Oh, where?
Either Sydney or Melbourne. I'm leaning towards Melbourne.
Where? I almost filmed my last one there.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, the weird thing is, like, you know, when you're a comic, you could tell the fans you have on like the graph. For some reason, so many people listen to the Virzi Effect there. So many people come to my show going, when you come to Australia, so many people reach out. So I was like, you know, I did New York twice. I did Chicago. Let me go to another country. And then I'm like, I've never been to Australia, and it's on my list.
Yeah.
So Australia and Japan are the two calling me. I love Japanese culture. I love Japanese food. So I want to do that. Both are ridiculous flights, but like those are on the bucket list for sure.
I mean, if you're going to film there, you got to go a good 10 days before you film.
What, Australia?
Get over the jet lag.
Yes.
Be used to it.
Yeah, we want to go for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the first week, I'll fit like 7 days. I'll film and then just literally go fucking to the outback, do all the shit with
I got a lot of tips for you there.
And do you?
I mean, yeah, and if you want to film somewhere, if it's club, the Comedy Store people love in Sydney.
What's that seat?
Probably close to three.
Three?
Yeah, but it's in a corner. It's going to be hard to film there actually, because it's short, tiny ceilings. And then in Melbourne, the Comics Lounge, it's so big. There's so much room for cameras.
Really?
I was real close to filming there.
What, in Melbourne?
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. What does that hold? Like 400 or 500?
450, maybe 400. But
and it's in Melbourne?
It's in Melbourne, yeah. And it's just a great club, great owners who like are pro comedy. You know, some places like
yes, they like
they're
want
just
it
doing a business, and other places like no, we're running a comedy club. They're the latter. They love stand up.
Yeah.
So they'll help you along the way. Cowboy fans.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's that about? How?
I don't know. Yankee and Cowboy fans, actually.
Yeah, I guess because it's just like a lot of Yankee fans. I think it's just because we're
maybe the best class, style, history.
I think history and tradition. I think other countries that love sports in America, it's history and tradition.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
it's
why
like
if you watch Notre Dame, it's like nobody went there.
No, there's people that I know that are like, oh, I live in Pittsburgh, and I'm like, yeah, we're Yankee fans. And I'm like, how? And they're like, oh, my dad loved Mickey Mantle. Like Mickey Mantle is basically to people in baseball the way like Eddie Murphy was to a lot of comedians.
Right.
I don't like Eddie Murphy. I'm sure you've talked to so many comedians were influenced by him.
Yeah.
I think like when you watch baseball and it was like Mickey Mantle, you're like, oh, I'm a Yankee fan.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I'll show you rules, and I have a lot of tips for you.
Do you? Well,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
that's
I've been there a ton of times.
That's on my bucket list if I wasn't shooting a special there. But then I'm like, let's fucking go there. If we
it's
can
doable,
go.
buddy.
Yeah.
It's doable. You can
Yeah.
do a tour through Australia. It's not like a crazy reach.
And doesn't Melbourne have like water? Isn't it beautiful? Like
Melbourne's hip. A lot of great murals everywhere. It's the coolest city,
that's where they do the the Australian Open tennis.
possibly.
Yeah, that's where they do it.
But you go to an Australian football game, Aussie football game.
What, rugby?
No, Aussie rules football. It really only exists in Melbourne. There's a couple other cities have a team, but there's like 6 Melbourne teams.
Wait, what is it? Like
It's a hybrid of
NFL?
yeah, but it's mostly like a version of rugby. It's closer to rugby.
They're just tougher, huh? They're just fucking nuts.
Yeah, I mean, I saw somebody get out of bounds, and he got tackled out of bounds. The guy was on his leg, and he kept pushing him out of bounds or whatever. And so then he had to throw the ball in, and this guy didn't realize he was out of bounds, so he still holding him, trying to make the tackle because he stepped on the line. And the guy was like trying to set up the next play. I don't know, but then the guy was on him, and he just like punched the guy in the face.
No,
I think I was like, hey, but then they just got up and played. It wasn't like stopping and play. It was like, oh, I got punched, but whatever.
There was a guy. I just filmed this thing. I can't talk. There was a guy in rugby.
Yeah.
And it's the craziest injury of all. Like, so this guy they say he's one of the toughest people in the world. Like, he played rugby.
Yeah.
His head was cracked. And he got down. He got hit so hard. He was down in the game. And after the game, he's got blood everywhere. And he's in the locker room. And his buddy just goes, this is real, by the way. This is real. And his buddy just goes, hey, dude, what? Your testicles, dude. He goes,
what?
Your testicles out. Dude, his nutsack ripped in half. His testicle was out of his sack with fatty tissue and stuff falling out of it. And he was so tough that his teammate goes, hey, dude, what's that? And he goes, hey, dude.
Oops, sorry.
No. He goes, hey, dude, what's that? He goes, dude, your testicle is out. And he looked, his testicle was hanging out of the sack with fatty tissue and blood coming out. And he just went into the room and they just sewed it back up. And it was like, that's like the rugby dudes are fucking. How funny is it that a friend like pointed it out? Like, he would have just went, he just put his jeans on with his fucking nut hanging out of his ball bag. Rugby players are fucking nuts,
They're
man.
wild.
They're nuts. So, but I would definitely go check that out when I get there.
Sports is a good thing to do when you're in a place.
But I'll tell all your listeners, I'm not just saying I know you're like, yeah, Virzi's a fucking guinea. Listen, Italy is I definitely am, but like, it's like you said, I think you made the best point when you said this. It's when you get closer to the homeland, you're less of an animal, and like the good of your home country comes out. Where when you do get further away, you're almost like brag about it in this arrogant way when you don't even really know, because it's like, that's not what it's like. It's actually a lot more civil and clean and respectful.
Instead of like braggadocious.
It's not braggadocious. It's pleasant. Yes, they're big on food, but it like just in that moment, and it's delicious. But if you've never been to Italy, I think that's like, when I look at this map, I'm like, I'm not just saying it because I'm Italian. Italy and Sicily is a must, and the fact that it's that close to Greece and France, it's like, go to all of them.
Yeah, oh my God, we're bored as France.
And look, I bet you, how far is Sicily to Greece?
There's a in Zermatt, which is right around here, Switzerland. You can ski into 3 countries.
And you know what we went to during the tour? I saw the Romeo and Juliet balcony.
No way, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Where's that, Girona?
Yeah.
No, that's Spain.
No, find out. Is it? Yeah, the Romeo and Juliet balcony, the real one, or the one that they say was balcony. Yeah, there it is. Yep, I was there.
Girona.
I was there.
Casa Julieta.
I was there.
Juliet's house.
I was. Yep.
Capital 23.
So I went. I literally stood under that and looked at that little balcony. How fucking wild is that?
That's it.
So if you go, if you go to Verona, Italy, I saw that. That's the other thing. I'm glad we actually got to end on that. That's Romeo and Juliet. That's Juliet's window.
Wow,
and,
what a slut.
And yeah, so that was like the first sneak out fucking.
Imagine some fucking trashed up whore. Be like, hey, Billy, where are you? Billy, come. I need fucking
like
sex.
the Staten Island version.
Yeah.
It's like, Maria,
where are you?
It's Anthony.
And everyone's like, shut the fuck up.
Anthony, stop trying to bang Maria already, you know? And Romeo was like, Juliet.
I'm right here. I don't know how to get in.
This is not going to suck itself.
Juliet, I got the blue balls.
Juliet, your father said it's okay. No, but dude, and seeing that, and it's so tiny. Like that's the one thing everybody was like, oh my god. They were like, that's the balcony that
one.
everybody was like romanticized about. But it's literally like a 1-person little balcony in Verona, Italy, and we went to that as well. Dude, this podcast brought me back to literally things that I didn't see since then. So
Wow.
yeah.
Well, guys, once again, check out Paul Virzi's special, Reasonable Man, on
Yes.
YouTube right now at Paul Virzi, youtube.com/Paul Virzi or at Paul Virzi. On Instagram.
Yeah, on Instagram, Paul Virzi, Virzi. Yes, man, I put my own money up for this special, and we didn't really shop it anywhere. I was like, you know what, I'm not waiting, and it's doing great. It's a month
Cool look.
old, and it's
Cool
doing
look.
good. Yeah, did it at the Den. We did it at the Den Theater in Chicago.
Sam shot one there. Morel.
Yeah, Sam shot one there. Todd Barry.
I shot one where Sam shot.
Okay,
roulette,
yeah,
the juice special.
yeah. Todd Barry shot one there. A bunch of people shoot it there. We made it look really cool.
Damn, bro, that's awesome.
Yeah, dude, it went really well. It's getting great reviews.
That looks cool.
Yeah, it's getting great reviews, and it's my best one yet. So check that out.
You're a killer,
dude. Thank you so much for
you're
having
a killer.
me.
You're a tough follow.
Dude,
To be honest, it's like not. Oh, there's you in the crowd too.
Yeah, that's burly me.
That's if you were like a real man.
No, we did that on purpose. We're like, let's get all the bald guys up front. No, but it was great, dude, and the people there were great. Shout out to what's it called, Jason Katz and James Webb. Yeah, man, they do a bunch of them, and they did it. They did a fantastic job, and yeah, man, check it out. It's doing great. Wow. And go to Italy, man. Go to fucking Italy. Dude, we gotta go. You know what we should do, dude? We should go. We should get like, you know, they wanted
for so long a comedian's like 10-day trip.
They wanted to do they wanted to do a comedy festival in Venice, dude. If they do something in Venice,
if they give me enough notice,
if 10 comedians from here go to the airport and we go to fucking do even if you do Thursday, Friday, Saturday in Venice and they only have like 4 venues, fuck it.
Well, the thing is, I've talked to somebody who's running a club in DR in Santiago, and he was like, "What?" He's trying to get more Americans to come. I was just there for vacation. They like, set it up. It was an 80-seater, so it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What would people want?" Because we could do shows in like in the beach way in the east and stuff, and like the resorts. And I'm like, "Listen, everybody wants a different thing. So I don't want a resort. That's not for me. But
Right.
Monroe does."
Right.
So I was like, talk to them and have a different experience ready. So it's to me, it's like, hey, if you want, I have this tour up into the mountains for you. You're going to come to a show here. We're going to do a show in the north. In the interim, what do you want to do? So if they would like,
Yes.
hey guys, we're going to do a couple shows Friday, Saturday, and then another show the next Friday.
Yeah.
And give us some stuff. Or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then have us for 6 days. Give us some tours ready.
It's like, hey, Ari
Do trade.
Shaffir and Bobby Kelly like to fucking do this.
Yeah.
So let them go there. Virzi and let Tim Dillon, a little more high maintenance, we'll put him there.
The best
But, like,
festivals get some experiences for you.
Get some experiences. Like, I would like to be more in like, I want to hang by the beach in the pool with a cocktail. You want to go hiking. But dude, get us out. We got to talk to somebody because they wanted to do that. Oh, you know who wanted to do it? Mike Berlina.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Paul, don't worry. I'll put all your stuff in the beginning
man,
too.
dude, thank you for having me. You're the best.
Yeah, it's Bone to Pick podcast is killing right now with Bobby Kelly.
Bone to Pick podcast, yeah. Doing football picks. Me and Burr just do football picks now on Anything Better. And actually, I'm going to be doing the change. Yeah, something's going to be changing with the Virzi effect for the better coming up soon. And all my handles at Paul Virzi, Virzi, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.
What's going to change soon? This will be out not in any time soon.
No, I'm kind of like, you know, the way this is travel.
Shut up. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to try to do something with that.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, Eddie?
No, you have the wrong number, but you have drugs to sell? Prescription drugs? Literally, over 3 years they've been calling me.
Really?
I bought ivermectin once. I shouldn't have put my number in. That was my mistake.
Is that why they keep calling?
Yeah, they're like, "What are you?" One time I was like, "What is it going to take? Take me off your list." He goes, "Buy drugs, I'll take you off my list."
Is that what he said?
Shut up, bro.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, "You wasted 3 years of calls."
I told a solar panel guy.
Yeah.
Because the solar panel's on the top of the house, and he's like, "You're gonna have no energy bill." He goes, "It's gonna be gone," and he goes, and to start, it'll be 50% off. So let me talk to my wife. My wife's like, "Paul, I'm not putting those things on a thing." And Giannis, he lives in my neighborhood. He got them. And like, I love Giannis, but we don't like how they look. But I gave the guy the in to keep calling. And he's like, "You talk to your wife? Do you talk to your wife?" Now it's just to the point where I'm just going to be like, dude, I talked to my wife. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's like, she said no. And she
You're sweet. I'll call you in 6 months.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to change. She trusts me. When she sees the money, I'm like, just get me off the list. Here's the one thing you can say, though. You can say, and you don't want to say it. But you could be
India,
like,
they won't take me off the list. What?
No, you could say like, dude, if you don't take me off the list, I'm going to take legal action. But like, I don't want to. I don't want to.
They said, okay, I'll take you off the list. Maybe 50 different times. They said, all right, I'll take you off the list. And then I called them the next day.
Yeah. It'd be funny if you just started buying drugs. You're like, fuck it.
All right, I may as well get into this life. Yeah. All right, Virzi, I love you, buddy.
Yeah, you too, buddy. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. That was the episode, everybody. Don't forget to go watch A Reasonable Man, not A Reasonable Man, Reasonable Man on YouTube, youtube.com/@thepaulvirzi. Also, his Netflix special is up there, Nocturnal Admissions. But you can go see him on the road September 13th in Morris Plains, New Jersey at the Dojo. Punchline in Sacramento, Cobb's Comedy in San Francisco, Toronto, Addison, Houston, Manasquan, and Newtown, Connecticut. You know what's fun about America? Manasquan, New Jersey. There's a lot of towns, streets, even rivers, just like geographical annotations that are named after peoples that we eliminated through disease, war, and blankets. And in return for them no longer being around, we've done a little bit of service to them and said, why don't you go to the Algonquin Arts Theater in Manasquan, New Jersey? What does Manasquan mean? No one's around who remembers. Anyway, I'm going to be performing at Nowhere, so don't forget to check me out at arishaffir.com. I got You Be Trippin shirts. Dude, Italy, so here's where I've been in Italy. I've never been to the real places like he's talking about. He also did it right, by the way. I had an episode with Jordan Jensen about Italy that was so bad that I will not air it. It was legitimately terrible. She had to come in and do a different one about Ecuador. It was really terrible. Paul Virzi did it right. He did it interesting. Here's what I did. I went to northern Italy. My brother, we were going to go to Zermatt, skiing in Zermatt. There's no snow in Zermatt. We did a fucking hard shift instead of driving 2 hours that way. Drove 2 hours over into northern Italy. Actually, I was in Italy twice. I was on the border of the Tyrol Mountains, hiking up in Austria. And you hike like on the border of Italy and Austria. It's so cool. They have these like signs. Maybe stick this in. They have these little stones that say 1918, and they're up in the mountains, and that was the original border after World War I. Where like this, and they have these little stones like this big, and then you just walk on Italy, walk in Austria. The Italian side, barren. Austrian side, lush. It's pretty weird, but yeah, I was like, what's 1918? They're like, that's the line, that's the border. So I did that once, and then we went skiing, dude. As soon as you cross over from Switzerland, it's all German and Swiss. As soon as you cross over, it's a bunch of fucking this. And the accent, the fucking whatever. The skiing there was so good. They had grappa, the red kind of grappa. You could buy a ski for €3. We do it wrong here in America. They charge you so much. They for a little bag of fucking Smart Chips, it's like $7.50. Grappa, delicious grappa, €3. This was like, what, like $4? I don't know. I actually kind of want to go and do the full Italian thing. Yeah, I'd like to see the Colosseum. That does seem cool. And then I'd also, I think, want the Italian experience of just like stopping in some small town, getting some pasta, call it gravy. You remember that from The Sopranos when they all called it gravy, and the Italians were so mortified at the American Italians and how they acted? That show was pretty funny when people weren't being murdered. Anyway, that's it, right? Today's episode is it's produced by the Your Mom's House Network. It's edited by Alan Caffey. Yeah, I don't know. Research done by Neanderthal Paletti. And next week, who do we got next week? I know this one. You going to help me with it, or you just leave me out to dry? You fucking bitch. Andy Haynes is taking us to Belize next week. That's a really good one. Andy's a great traveler, and he had some great stories in it and pictures, and it's just like a really solid, cool trip. So please hit subscribe wherever you're listening, on Spotify, on YouTube. I'm trying to get up to 200,000 subscribers, and you guys can help me get there by hitting the subscribe button and like a reminder so you know when new episodes are coming out. But I'm having a lot of fun with this. Hope you guys are too. Got a lot of good ones coming. Small Brain American, Sabbatical, Michael Malice on North Korea. We got to do that one. Maybe I'll do that one in September. That was a good one. And tons more. Harlan Williams is coming back. Nominate someone for the Trippy Awards. This is Shane Gillis' Trippy for what? Dumbest move. Hamon overdose in Spain. Whatever you got. Best trip. Most surprising guest. Least adventurous. Best meal. Maybe this would be a nomination for best meal when he's eating that and looking right at all those, those old buildings. That could be possible best meal. But put on your nominations on the YouTube comments. All right, guys, that's the episode. Thank you very much for tuning in. And how do you say in Italian? How do you say goodbye in Italian? Do you know? Ciao? Arrivederci. Ciao, arrivederci. Don't make me come back there. Ugh. Italians in America are the worst of the whites. Hey, I guess I didn't say this enough in the episode. And I like Paul. But Italians are the worst of the whites. And I know my knowledge base is not as wide as it could be. So I'm speaking on a bit of ignorance. Definitely a bit of experience, but also a bit of ignorance. And so I don't know Albanians, and I've heard they could be the worst of the whites. So I'm not familiar. So with all due / lack of respect to Albanians, as of right now, Italians are the worst of the whites. I know Jews are making a comeback on that, but nah, it's not even close. It's Italians. The false bravado, the fucking, hey, you want me to come back there? They value violence in a way that our society does not value. They mistreat their moms. They say they respect them and love them, but they talk like shit to them. They're just really the bad people. Obviously, listen, guys, they're whites, so you can't take that away from them. They're still whites. But I'm saying worst of the whites. Italians. Prove me wrong. Who's worse? Who's worse and why? Leave it in the comments. Guys, until next week, arrivederci.